Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that might be new here, hi, welcome. My name is Megan and today we have a what sold video, and this is going to be what sold for the week of December 11th through today, which is December 18th. It is currently 7:10 in the morning. How funny, I think I filmed my last what sold video at exactly this time. I think it was 7:11. I don't know why I can remember things like that. Anyway, so the 11th through today, which is the 18th, that's the sales week we are going to be chatting about today. I do have sales from Poshmark, eBay, and Depop to share with you. And before we get into the video, don't forget to hit like and leave a comment. It really does help my channel. If you want to leave a comment and help my channel, but you don't know what to comment, you can go ahead and leave this emoji. And if you are new here, I will pop a photo right here on the screen of the item we're chatting about in case one, I didn't put it in a haul, or two, maybe you missed it. I will also read to you my full SEO title so you can get a feel of the keywords and phrases, fashion cores, terms, etc. that I use to help sell each item. And I do cross post all of my items to all of my platforms, which are Poshmark, eBay, Depop, and Mercari, and I do use NIFTY to do that. If you are new to NIFTY, there is a 15% off discount code in the description of this video if you would like to try NIFTY. I personally think it is absolutely worth every single penny. If you are not new here, you have heard me say that plenty of times now. I will also be sharing with you what the item sold for, as well as what I will earn after platform fees and my cost of goods. The majority, if not all of these items, came from the Goodwill outlet, where my cost of goods is still, thank goodness, still currently $1.89 per pound. And the first platform we're going to chat about is Depop. And before we get into the sales, I do just want to give you an update. The best Depop sale I've had to date was successfully delivered to the buyer on Monday. So almost 4 full days ago now. I've had no issues, and I would assume it arrived safely and she is happy with it. So I have been paid out for that item and I think we're good to go. I cannot wait to see if she wears it sometime soon. I really hope she does. I don't know, I think that would be so cool. And like I said, I will be sure to share that with you. Anyway, very happy that that mink coat found a new home. And if you haven't seen that what sold video, you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link it here so you can go check it out if you want to. The first Depop sale from this week that I have to share, Smart Wool Classic Thermal Merino Wool Base Layer Bottoms, size medium, winter moss heather. They sold in 30 minutes. Just around there, right under 30 minutes, for $35, and I will make $32. This was an offer from the buyer that they sent to me that I accepted, and they instantly paid for it, which was really great. That's something I have definitely noticed since becoming verified on Depop. People paying for things much more often after they have made me an offer. Do you think the blue check and being verified definitely helps? Although I did have someone purchase something from me on Depop, I think it was a little over a week ago now, and they messaged me several times asking when it was going to arrive, if it was going to arrive before Christmas, and they said hello, like, you know, they were just rapid fire messaging me, and I responded and I said, hi, this item shipped 2 days ago. Unfortunately, I can't control the post office, especially during the busiest time of the year. I do expect though that it should arrive before Christmas. And they said, sorry, I was just worried I was being scammed. I didn't mean to pester you. I was like, oh, just so you know, the blue check mark on my account next to my username and my profile picture are given by Depop to verified trusted sellers. So just for future reference. So that person didn't even notice. So maybe it doesn't have anything. I don't know. Because some people, I would assume the person who bought that mink coat bought it from me in confidence because I was verified. And then this person that purchased something else from me thought they were being scammed. So some people don't notice, some people I think definitely notice. Anyway, back to the sales. Converse Vintage Chuck Taylor 80s white low top sneakers, USA made, men's size 5, sold for $20, and I will make $17, and these took absolutely forever to sell. Forever. I have had these since before I started YouTube. I've had these for so long, and I think they took forever to sell because they were such a small size, they were a men's size 5. Would I buy these again? No, I would not buy these again. I will happily take $17 though. When I found these, I thought they were going to go for at least $50 because they were USA made, vintage, original Converse. But I think the size was to their detriment for sure. Next Depop sale, Kiltane Scottish Lamb's Wool Academia Check Scarf, red beige plaid, 60 by 10 inches, fringe, sold for $23 and I will make $21. Then this was another very quick flip. Ralph Lauren Sport cable knit V-neck sweater, blue cotton, Y2K, preppy, old money, size small, sold for $35 and I will make $32. And I believe that sold within 3 days of being posted, not very long at all. And I don't know why my phone cut off, but we're going to start Poshmark. I think that you heard me say that was the last Depop sale I have to share, the Ralph Lauren Sport cable knit sweater. And now we are going to move into Poshmark. Now, with all of the changes happening on Poshmark lately, I wanted to just share a couple quick tips that I think are really helping me to make sales on Poshmark consistently still. First of all, make sure your titles are fully search optimized. And secondly, always have first photo on a clean white background. I would say both of those things help ensure not only your listing stands out, but it actually gets clicked on when people are searching. For titles, my SEO recipe, if you will, is brand first, item type second, then a couple strong keywords, and the size at the end. Keeping it simple and searchable makes a huge difference. So brand first, that's the strongest search signal. People usually type in a brand they are looking for, and brand can also be, the way I do it, I use vintage as a brand as well. Next step, which is item type. So jacket, dress, jeans, etc., what the item actually is. And then 1 or 2 strong descriptors. So the style name, if you can find it, the exact style name. Like if it was a Patagonia piece, they all have style names. So I would put the style name from Patagonia there. Material, trend, fashion cores, all of the key fashion aesthetics, and then color is another search word that people might be typing in. And I put size at the end so shoppers immediately know if it's even worth the click. And I use NIFTY to make the background of the first few of my listing photos white. And it doesn't do that automatically for me. It's something that I have to go in and do on the editing portion of NIFTY's listing interface. But their listing interface is so, I think, user-friendly. I have so many options for photo editing. Do I recommend editing your photos like too much? No, but it's great for whiting out a background or maybe changing the scale of the image in the photo. You can zoom in or zoom out, or the orientation. You can change the angle of the item in the photo. All of those things are really great tools that NIFTY has that Poshmark doesn't offer, eBay doesn't offer just in your like listing interface. So I use NIFTY to do that. And that's just another way that they help streamline my workflow. And as you know, if you are a reseller yourself, time is money. Okay, now we're going to get into the first Poshmark sale. I hope those 2 tips, SEO title, that's very, very important, and a white background, also I think very important. And from the whisperings I have heard online and things, perhaps Poshmark is changing to white backgrounds only, and who knows if that's going to be something that you are responsible for, or if Poshmark's going to do it themselves for you, to be determined. Anyway, first Poshmark sale. Alvin Joseph 70s reindeer Fair Isle sweater, cream red blue winter knit, sold for $34 and I will make $26. Then I sold these Daily Drills pink waffle knit lounge shorts, size medium large, soft girl aesthetic, sold for $35 and I will make $27. This was a very quick flip, and I think I could have listed them for more and received a better offer if these shorts, they were baby pink, didn't have kind of like very, very faint. It looked like they got washed with like brand new jeans and they had faint indigo transfer on them in some areas is kind of what it looked like. So I will definitely take $27 for a pair of stained little shorts. And that was the first time I found that brand, and they sold very quickly. So I hope I find that brand in the near future. Then I sold this pair of Stella McCartney star print jeans, light wash denim, size 28, made in Italy. They sold for $50 and I will make $39. And then Lori popped into my closet and bought a bundle of Ponderosa by Branded vintage lumberjack wool blend shirt, green red plaid, with this vintage Mexican hand embroidered halupi. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. Please correct me in the comments below on the pronunciation. Dress, brown floral boho folk art festival, and this polo Ralph Lauren goose down trench puffer jacket in magenta, size medium. This bundle sold to Lori for $129 and I will make $99. And Lori, as of filming, I did check. I made sure it is out for delivery to you today. So I really hope you love everything. And thank you again. Thank you. Next, Poshmark sale. Neiman Marcus cashmere Saturday sweater, tan black trim, size medium, sold for $50 and I will make $39. Then I sold this pair of Juicy Couture brown pink grid velour Juicy Girl wide leg pants, Y2K lounge, size medium. They sold for $25 and I will make $19. And this was another very quick flip. They didn't go for a ton, but they sold very quickly, so love that. Then I sold this Palace open stripe knit orange pink SS24, new with tag, size extra large. Hi, it would help if I put sweater in the title of that. I was going to say, it took a little while to sell and I don't really know why. Well, that's because I literally called it Palace open stripe knit pink orange SS24 new with tag, size extra large. I didn't put that it was a sweater, that it was a top, that it was a shirt, that it was a jacket, that it was a pair of pants. I didn't put anything. So I think that just goes to show what I was saying about the SEO titles. I think this would have sold much quicker than it did, and perhaps even for a little bit more to a different person if I had followed my SEO recipe properly. Regardless, this sweater sold for $150 and I will make $119. Then I sold this skier vintage 90s wool blend ski sweater, knit colorful geometric sweater. And that's another one. I put sweater twice in that one. Do better than that. Do better than that. I really do think that, especially in the rise in popularity of reselling and thrifting and secondhand, you have to make your items stand out as much as you can. And I don't think, and I'm not just talking like price. I don't necessarily think that if you had, say, that same Palace sweater as me, listed for half of the price, but with really bad pictures and the title was just Palace sweater, I'm not saying that it would have sold faster than mine, even though the cost was much lower, because my photos were better and my title was better than yours. I think everything has to like align. Your not only your price has to be good, and comparable to market, which I struggle with sometimes. Sometimes I list things for what I want and not actually what they're worth, and that's something that I'm really working on. But your title has to be fully SEO optimized. Your photos have to be professional looking. They have to catch your eye. They have to make you stop in a sea of ads and other people's listings and click on all of the things I think combine to help sell your items. But just on Poshmark in particular, I think your title and the first photo are really going to help your listing stand out. Anyway, if I didn't say that skier sweater sold for $35 and I will make $27. Then I sold this Anthropologie brushed wool newsboy cap, brown quilted lined hat, sold for $15 and I will make $11, and that was another fast flip. Next sale, Patagonia Net Plus micro puff hoodie black men's size medium ultra light, sold for $80 and I will make $63. If you remember, this was the Patagonia jacket I found most recently that someone had patched it already, and then it had a tiny little hole right next to it. I removed the old patch, cut off the fibers that were coming out of that really tiny little pinhole, and put a new patch on, and this jacket sold to one of the first people that liked it on Poshmark in less than an hour for $80, and I will make $63. And it's going to a military base, so that's cool. It's going like overseas, but still a Poshmark sale because it's a military base. Next, I sold this Maddie Moss Scotland wool cardigan pastel Fair Isle knit sweater, size extra large. Sold for $35 and I will make $27. Then another quick flip, Dana Steen blue knit cape poncho fur trim one size wool Angora Alpre ski. Sold for $36 and I will make $27. Then I sold this Burberry mini pleated skirt, floral print, belted, black and white, size 6, Y2K. It sold for $66 and I will make $51. And the last Poshmark sale I have to share, Banana Republic double face long length wool coat, light heather gray, size small, sold for $45 and I will make $35. And now we're going to move on to the last platform we're going to chat about, which is eBay. And I am happy to report I have been relocated from solitary confinement to general pop in my continued extended stay in eBay jail. But sales have picked up a little bit. So I'm very happy about that and I will take it. I'm not going to knock on all the wood. I'm not going to say it too loud. Sales are coming back on eBay. We're bringing them back into our orbit. Neiman Marcus leather collection, point knit black leather leggings, size small, sold for $32 and I will make $24. Then I sold this vintage 1960s hand stitched star patchwork quilt, pastel cotton farmhouse, 79 by 63, sold for $125 and I will make $101. Next eBay sale, vintage Nordic knit long stocking scarf cap, winter beanie, tassel hat, snowflake print, sold for $45 and I will make $33. Then I sold a Sandro Paris daisy embroidered denim jacket, blue floral oversized fit, size 36. This was an international sale. It's going to Japan and it sold for $118 and I will make $90. And if you do recall, this was a Plato's Closet find and I actually, when I went to list it, found the tag in the pocket. So I did put it back on the jacket. I did not list it as new with tags though. I listed it as pre-owned and then the tag comes with it. Then I sold this Graham & Spencer faux fur cropped jacket, black, size P, glam quiet luxury, sold for $45 and I will make $37. And the last eBay sale I have to share, rare 90s Puma AOP, yep, that's right, I said those letters in the correct order, AOP cowboy soccer USA graphic tee, XL Western vintage, sold for $50 and I will make $39. And again, that was a pretty quick flip. I think that was something I found 2 or 3 hauls ago, so I haven't had that for very long. And with that, we are done with this what sold video. Before we wrap up, if you are a reseller too, how are your sales going? How has your sales week been? I love hearing what you all are selling. And in my last what sold video, I so enjoyed everyone who shared their notable or famous sales with me. That was so fun reading them. And one of you sold something to Avril Lavigne. How cool. So if anybody else has anything like that they want to share, please share. That's so interesting to me. Like, I sold this to Vogue. I sold this to Avril Lavigne. I sold this to an animator from Pixar. Like, so cool. Anyway, if you took the time to watch this video and you spent your social media currency with me today, I so appreciate you. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting like on your way out, that would be awesome. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.